was 213. Cicio goes 217, and that is too quick.
All right, guys, day number one, well, actually it's day number two. Day number one was drag racing. Day number two is in the books for us as day number one, and that is roll race qualifying. I am so happy with how roll race qualifying went today. We really came out here with a lot of heat with the V10 stuff, and I'm so excited and so proud of how the cars did. We ran 5 cars, round after round after round. They did great. We qualified everywhere from 195 to 205. My car, 205, we missed out on the Elite 8 by I think 3 miles an hour. But all the other cars did multiple 4, 5, 6 passes. So, how did we do? Well, we did good. The billet block car, I'll tell you just about that real quick. This is our first time doing larger frame turbos on a V10. We went with one of the largest hot sides that you can go with. I think we messed that up a little bit. We needed to go with something a little bit smaller. Car's super crazy lazy. Will not come out of the hole at all. Makes 1 pound of boost, like on brake boost, will not come out of the hole. No big deal there. That's an easy fix. But car still did well. I think it made 6 passes, all in the 190s. I think with the fastest pass being a 202. It took 200 feet for the car to even get into boost, so we were fighting that. But we did good. The customer was also the first time driving the car ever, so we were really working the boost in slow for him. So Ken did great.
That's fucking spicy.
His R8 72 millimeter turbos, his on-rotor turbos did 193. Okay, so we did 193 in that car. That's going to be in a class or 2 down. It's crazy, like all of the cars were like 190 to 2 whatever Billy did. Anyway, so those 2 cars, that's Ken. The DME car ended up passing 194. Again, we were trying to feed the power into that thing. First time the customer's even seen the car, driven the car with built motor and all that fun jazz, okay? So 194, Tony's car, same thing. That car did 197 or 198. Which I think qualified him again in the middle of the pack in the 2nd down class, I believe. We qualified everywhere from 195 to 205. My car, 205, we missed out on the Elite 8 by I think 3 miles an hour. But all the other cars did multiple 4, 5, 6 passes. Absolutely, like really they did well. You know, you come out here with a bunch of cars and you put your heart and soul into them, and it's just so wonderful to see them go down the track, and even more wonderful to see the customers enjoying them, smiling, high-fiving, because obviously that's what they are paying for. That's what they want to enjoy. So it warms my heart. Is maybe a little bit too cheesy, but it really does. It takes all of everything and says it was worth it. And we put a lot of time and a lot of effort in these cars. My staff puts a lot of time and a lot of effort in these cars. So day one, success. Every single car qualified. Every single car is in the running, whenever that may be, because we got rain coming tomorrow. But that's your update for qualifying day one. Shop car did 205. I'm very proud of that. We'll go into some more detail in another video about how the on-road turbos are doing. I got to give some shout outs. I got to give a big shout out to ETS. Thank you guys for everything you do. Huge shout out to Dodson. Okay, listen, Dodson has taken some flack in this particular sector of the industry, but I'm telling you, their stuff is working. And those guys, they put love, they put heart and soul. They have really dove in to the deep end of this particular platform and taking it on the chin a lot, but their stuff is working, and it is awesome. It's making it so all these guys can go out, beat the crap out of their car, launch their cars, and the stuff works. So thank you guys, thank you Datsun so much for helping the entire industry get to the level that we're able to get at with these cars. Big time, thank you. So obviously thank you to my staff and everything. Those guys, they need no mention, okay? Zun Rotor Turbos, you guys know that we love you. I say your name a lot. So, all right, Forge Line, we love you guys too. So, all right, that's day number 1 for us. Number 2, we got rain coming in. We might be doing some reels of foot racing or something in the parking lot for the next couple of days because it's looking not so wonderful, but that's okay. All right, now we're on to drag racing. I might do another update tonight about how drag racing qualifying first round for us went. So thank you guys, and we're off to set these cars up for some drag. See you later. In the roll race eliminations, we had a lot of fun. So first round in my car, we made a little oopsie, kinda.
Your knockout speed was 213. Cicio goes 217. And that is too quick.
My car was in the unlimited class. The Elite 8 class was the class right above, okay? The Elite 8 class was a 208 mile an hour qualifier. That is where my car belongs, in my opinion. So the first pass, we decided to send it. The other car hit some type of a safety cut, and I could have breezed through with a 100 mile an hour win, but instead I kept my foot buried in it and went 217 miles an hour. What's the problem with that, you say? Well, the problem is there was a breakout in the unlimited class, and then 214 miles an hour or faster means you lose. So the other guy cruised through and took the win, and I went 217 and took my, so is it an L though? Was it an L? I'll let you decide that. Anyway, so shop car goes 217 miles an hour, which would have qualified the car 4th fastest car on the property the day before, but that's drag racer excuses, even though it was roll racing. So we parked that car, and it just happened to free my shoe up for Ken's R8. Ken had a family emergency, had to run home. He will be back today, and I drove his car for him. I won't get any details there, but we're glad he's coming back. Thank you so much to the competitors in that class, because roll racing can get super stupid and annoying and game playing. I never understood this. Explain to me why you would come to a race, probably halfway across the country, try to race other cars that are fastest cars in the country, and want to win not based on the fact that your car is faster. Why? Why would you want that? Why don't you just line up next to the guy and win because your car is faster, and if your car is slower, lose knowing that your car is a little bit slower? It doesn't even make any sense to me.
And then, you know, there were some words exchanged. You know how that goes, and I'm in the middle, so that's fun. But thank the 3 pairs here for running a hell of a start. Y'all were perfect. So if 6 of you could do it perfectly in the finals, I promise you, these drivers can do it perfectly as well.
But listen, these guys gameplay. They gameplay like crazy, and if you watch it, it's some of the most annoying crap in the world. Then they fight afterwards, like literally. I gotta say, all of the competitors that I raced in my class, which was the Super Sport, or Ken's class I should say, were gentlemen. It was wonderful. We lined up right next to each other. We took the hit at the same time. Green light came on. Nobody jumped. Nobody slingshotted. Nobody did anything stupid. And it was great. So I appreciate all the competitors for that. Sorry I was long-winded about that, but I'm very passionate about that. It's ruining racing. The guys that are not racing fair are ruining racing. It's making the fair racers not want to race. Stop doing it, okay? All right, cool, I'll move on. Anyway, so we took it all the way to the finals, and in the finals, we played a little game. I raced Joe from AIM. We love those guys, Joe and Ryan from AIM Performance in New Jersey. They do a lot of Porsche stuff. He had a 997, just a gnarly 997, beautiful car, and I just enjoyed racing him. I forced him into a breakout. I knew the game. He was right in front of me. Technically, he won. He inched probably a half a car. We started perfectly side by side. Nino will post the 360 video. We started perfectly side by side, and he was just inching away. Probably had a half a car on me, but I knew he was going too fast. So right before the finish line, I ripped my foot out of the throttle, and he went through the traps at 207 miles an hour and broke out.
Hell yeah. I don't know, that one's got the 208 almost mile an hour tune on it. Badass race. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty, yeah. Yeah, that's why
What's the best? So
Listen, I played one really stupid and one really smart.
Okay. I've been watching you run all day because first favorite color is white. My second is gray. This is like the Nardo color car. 360 speed has been the first place finisher. Any of my
It was such a good race. I mean, it was just like, it was a perfect hit, and then it was, and I mean, it was like, you know, one of these. And then at the end, it was about, that was probably at his quarter. And I'm just looking at his front end going, when's it gonna drop? When's it gonna drop? When's it gonna drop? Because I'm like, I know I'm gonna force you into this shit. Anyway, and it like, it barely did because he said he breathed, and I just snatched. So I'm like, please be 205 plus.
you scrubbed freaking a lot of speed.
I know, that thing scrubs speed like crazy. As soon as I saw his front end go down a little tiny bit, I just dropped it. I was like,
I don't know how it happened, but I see the win on the right. So let's go.
yeah.
I don't know if he was up first or if it was the breakout, but I see a win line.
Yeah, I mean, he just barely had me. I'm like, keep on going. Keep on going.
If you want to beat me, you have to break out.
Yes, exactly. Like, I am right here. And I won because of that. So technically, I lost the race. If we were on the streets, he would have won, but we weren't. We're in competition, and he broke out, so I won. So it's not the best way to win, but it's still a W. All right, so that was a lot of fun. Really big pick-me-up for the team. Just everybody's been working so hard in the camp. It was great to get the whole team down there, take some pictures, you know, celebrate, and that was really fun. So yesterday was a success, and we are now going into drag racing, which is going to be fun if this rain goes away. So thank you guys. We'll talk soon.